Good evening, Raskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Abnormal Barders. Today we have quite a lot to chase after. We have the Bamboo Large Box, Neon Farm Garage Door, Boneforged Facemask, but not the chest plate, Night Hunters Sheep the Door. We also happen to have the Tempered Backpack and the Croco AK47. The other four skins, that being the Boneforged chest plate, Ruined Custom SMG, and the Antique Tools, well, they are regular skins. They only become marketable when the rust rotates. Now, if you've just sat there and heard me say abnormal, regular skins, and you're like, what on earth is this going about? Well, consider looking in the description right now. You'll see two videos I provided at the very top. The first video is about 60 seconds long. It's a short video which will briefly point out that abnormal skins become marketable before the rust even rotates. And we can use that time to our advantage. We can figure out prices right now. We can then, once we know the prices, race to put those barders down the very second these skins become marketable. And afterwards, we can look and see how many barders each of the skins have, how high does the barders go in terms of their price, and that'll probably give you a good indication that you might want to jump in and actually buy them straight from the rust store. The choice is up to you, but yeah, you get the idea. So, if that's not enough, if you want to be able to identify what skins are abnormal, actually understand the times that they're going to appear and whatnot, consider watching the second video in the description. It's about 20 minutes long, but it'll explain everything in regards to abnormals, alright? So once you finish that video, you should basically understand how abnormals work, and you should understand how to, approach them and whatnot. Right then, so shall we get started? Let's go through all these skins, top selling all the way down to bottom, and then we'll talk about the regular skins, and then by then we'll probably have to do the barders because I've got about 22 minutes. Bamboo Large Cage Box. Now, there is no large box like this with this amount of transparency. This is completely in its own league. It's ridiculous. In total, we have over 260 large box skins, that of course including Twitch drops and whatnot, but nothing has transparency like that. Now, I have made a short video quite recently talking about how you could utilize this for peaks, not for like on the walls, but if you have these sticking over your base, you can basically like stand over them, look down, and then, peek over, shoot people, pull back, quickly reload. You can still have vision because they're super easy to see through. So if you haven't seen that for yourself, go over to the Hedge YouTube, look at all my shorts, lots and lots and lots of shorts. And it's this one right there, Bamboo Large Box, Transparent Peaks. It's been seen a reasonable amount of times. But yeah, basically, it could be utilised in such a way. We've already discussed, last week about, can we do that with a small box? Well, how is the small box currently doing? That's perfectly in the positive. Sold for $2.49. Oh, no, don't do that to me. Thank you. Right, so that's selling for about $3.50. Let me also quickly turn on the extension so we can see that in terms of its price. There we go, $3.77. So yeah, that's just comfortably doing very nicely with the barder support as well. But the main thing that helped out that was the fact that this appeared the very next week. So you're going to question now, hey, is there anything that appeared the past weekend for the Bamboo collection? Yes. Something that's even more ridiculous. A transparent locker. So talking about peaks and whatnot, you could put that on top of your base and quite literally hide behind it. And that takes more than 3 clips from an AK to destroy that. It's even more durable than a large box, and of course even more durable than a small box. Duh. So you have two versions there, that one and that one. They're both super transparent. They're both super useful. Will something like that even be allowed? Will something like that actually be accepted? Because if that's accepted, we might be getting a little bit too silly. I'm not 100% sure if Facepunch will allow such a thing. If that gets accepted, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's going to end up like the Danger Barricade, where after just a day or two, suddenly Facepunch turns around and said, hey, can we fill that in? We'll see. All right, so Corey, Sudsender, they're hard at work. What else do they make next? Maybe a fridge or something, because why not? All right, anyway, so that there. I have to question, has it sold a lot? Well, let's also just do this quick comparison. 24,471 subscribers as of now. That small box actually has sold more. I know initially this large box was just full steam ahead, but it seems like it's probably scared a lot of people. And yeah, it has ended up selling less. Like if I go over to my 48-hour analysis, and I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, I always put in estimates in regards to what I think the total sales will be by Thursday. Well, here we are, Wednesday night. And I actually thought this was going to do between 27 to 31,000 subscribers. We are not close to that. So, okay then, interesting. I'm not sure if we're even going to see a continuation. It might just be these two small boxes and that's it. And don't be surprised if that's the case. But I will sit here and say, you know what? I think that's too interesting, too special for that to go down dramatically down like super bad. 24,400 subscribers really isn't that much. It's not ridiculous amounts of sales. So I think I'm going to probably do $1.50 to $2. I could imagine it might slip down a little bit at some point, you know, the inevitable autumn-fall seasonal dip. Fair enough. Understood. But if we do see more of these bamboo skins being accepted, I'm pretty sure that's going to be doing pretty okay as well. Like, at the very least, in the foreseeable future, I think that will retain its value quite nicely. It's just, will we ever actually get any more continuations? I would love to see what happens next. The locker might be a little bit too much. What if the skin creators properly filled it in with more like bamboo in between and whatnot? Make it not as transparent. Maybe make it opaque or translucent. Transparent means you can see through it. Translucent means you can just about see through it. And opaque means you can't see through it. We're learning words today. So yeah, $1.50 to $2 seems to be a reasonably okay approach. If you want to offer more, by all means, go for it. But if people turn around and say, I don't like it anymore, you're getting dumped on, all right? So be a bit careful. But yeah, that probably would be a reasonable amount to offer. For a $2.49 skin, fair enough. Neon Farm Garage Door. There are more neon skins being put in the workshop, so just to quickly confirm this, Duck is reinvigorated, and we're starting to see vending machines being made. So initially, drone shop, now we have the walk-up shop. That's a bit generic. Like I said, we need a duck one, you know, one that dispenses ducks. Yeah, we need ducks and rust, that'd be cool. Duck the skin creator. It makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, this is the top-selling garage door out of all the neon garage doors. It's gonna surpass the down garage door. Sorry, I couldn't read it for some reason. It says it right there, Hedge. I know I can't read anymore. But I'm making considerations. I'm thinking about it. I'm noticing the exit doors actually managed to perk itself back up. This is only down by 10%. These were down much worse in the past, but they're actually starting to slowly gain traction. I think people are actually starting to like it and approve of it. It's kind of like the small boxes. That took a while, but look at them now. They're actually starting to go up in the positive. Took a while, but yeah, right then. So, will we see another garage door? What labelled room would you like to see as a neon door? Feel free to comment below. I think that actually might work out well, and I think farmers will appreciate it. So, sitting there with 24,000 subscribers, just a little bit less subscribers compared to the Bamboo Cage large box. I still worry for it, because it's a garage door, and of course, you know, there's going to be many more garage doors in the future. But that's the farm door, alright? Us farmers, we ain't got much, right? That right there, I'm sure we'll be getting quite a lot of love, alright? It ain't much, but that's what works. Anyway, thinking reasonably, I think I'll probably consider $1.20 to $1.80. I could still envision this going down in price in the future. Garage doors this year have not been super great. However, they are starting to improve. We are now going through the summertime. Prices are starting to go up. Take, for example, the Neon Lunar Serpent garage door. A good couple months back, that was down bad. That did 45,000 subscribers. But now, as I look at it on the Steam market, if this sold for $3, well, guess what? Now, it is currently selling for $3.22. It's now in the positive. It took a while, but it's recovered. So, all right, cool. All right, then. With a bit of positivity, I could see that working out quite nicely, but I still cannot trust it that much. Garage doors are a bit, So if you want to offer more, if you feel more confident, by all means, offer more money. Choice is up to you. But $1.20 to $1.80 for me. Boneforged Facemask. By default, I will sit here and say this. Metallic sets, I do not trust them. I've seen them come out many, many times in the past. Hardsuit, I've actually completely forgotten to mention that one. That's my own fault. Where are you, Hardsuit? Hardsuit! Hardsuit! I've lost it. Well, no wonder I couldn't find it last time. Hardsuit Collection was a full metallic set that came out that, I mean, it progressed and it got somewhere and it sold nicely. But when you look at it now, it's like, there. That face mask isn't down that bad, but it's not doing super great either. And initially, it wasn't amazing in terms of how it was holding up, because it took forever until we finally saw that tier 2. This is probably one of the better metallic sets in terms of price and whatnot, and you look at it and you think, but it's kind of down to price, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh. So, I mean, by all means, if we still see continuations, that's still going to spike in price. But I just cannot help but assume this is going to go down to around the same price of what we see here with the chest plate, and both of them are probably going to go down lower. I don't have that much faith, but I do expect spikes in price if we do see those continuations. Now, did we see a collection continuation this past weekend? Well, no. No, we did not. but it will happen eventually. Alloy and Hook, they tend to be very reliable, and they are pretty quick to, get something out. I wouldn't be surprised if they probably want to put a little bit extra time into, making sure their tier 2 or hoodie pants look nice. Also, they probably already had the AK prepared, so yeah, they just want to pace themselves. Fine, that's all good. I know they put out other clothing armor sets in the past. I am fully behind that. They'll definitely get a continuation out eventually. That face mask though, I'm probably only going to do like 50 cents to 70 cents. I'm very sorry, but if you feel like, you know what, Hedge, shut up. I have faith in this. I think it's going to progress and work out beautifully and wonderfully. You can go off for more, all right? You're more than welcome to do so. But I've been dumped on before with metallic sets because people don't care enough about them. So, yeah. People care when there's continuations, but after that, then it's just another metallic set. Sorry to say. All right. Now, the face mask does look cool, and I could see a lot of people appreciating it enough that it retains a decent amount of its price. But I don't know if that's going to last forever, right? So there's a lot to debate, but in this instance, I'm sitting here and saying I just want to play it safe, all right? Cool. Night Hunters Shoot in the Door. Cool looking design. Perfectly fine for what it is. Gunya ended up working on a different thing this weekend. Yep, the Owl Totem Sar. I'm sure we'll see a continuation this upcoming weekend, the week after at the very least. But this is a $2.49 Shoot in the Door. So many of these have come out in like the past year or two, and guess what? So many of them went down in price. In total, we have just over 260 total Shoot in the Doors in the game. When you look at this year, we only have 2 currently in the positive. One of them being a glow-in-the-dark, transparent design, Shoot in the Door, you know what I'm trying to say. And that one blends in perfectly with the recent building skin. And yet, even then, that's starting to go down in price. Just want to point that out. Down 34, down 29, down 51, down 63, down 43, down 58, down 57, down 71, down 52. And that's also another glow-in-the-dark transparent aim sight, whatever. You get the idea. I'm so used to saying transparent aim sight as of recent. Yeah, don't trust it enough, I'm afraid. I don't. I'm pretty sure that's going to go down in price. I'm probably at best going to offer 70 cents to $1. It's a perfectly fine design. It's just, as an investment, so, moving on. Tempered Backpack. Tempered Collection is one of the oldest collections we have in a game, and also one of the most, successful. 31 skins in total. The clothing and the armor, though, I'm not sure if enough people are appreciating it. Sorry to say, but, yeah. But, of course, there's also the people that like to run around in their tempered face masks. I open one of those. Anyway, I'm not sure if the backpack's going to get that much love, but I will also point out backpacks as of recent, have been getting a lot of love. I've noticed this has been bought out. That was bought out because of the jungle update. That Legacy Kevlar backpack's doing very, very well for itself, even though we already have the blackout one. So, people are, using these enough and appreciating them, and they're actually working out quite all right. Not all of them, though, okay? Cocoa Night for the previous week's already gone down. That Roadside Large backpack's down by half. Oh, dear, oh, dear. But this is part of a well-established collection. I just don't know if people are using the collection itself that much. Chat, I ask you now, how often are you seeing people running around with tempered skins? Now, the AK, the face mask, that's fine, because they're pretty valuable and people know of them. They have a little bit of respect, to it and whatnot. But, the actual armor sets and whatnot, the doors are cool. I respect that as well. It's just I'm not sure if everybody's actively using this enough. No. Well, there you go. Yeah, not them. So I'm a little bit worried about the backpackers all, right? Again, how often are you seeing people skin their backpacks? So, considering that, I might play it safe. I might just do 80 cents to 120, go about halfway. Sorry to say. But yeah, I am questioning it a fair bit. Yeah, 80 cents to 120. That's how I'm going to approach that. Cool. Croco AK47. So the best thing I can compare it to is the recent Bam Boom AK47, which was another cool-looking green AK47 with a red aim sight. That sold for $3.49, and now it's selling for half its price. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a bit awkward. Yeah, that happened. Yep, that happened. Yes. So, that's a little bit awkward. Now, the one thing going for this, all right, is there are other Croco skins, and chances are there will be even more. The double barrel shotgun skin is down in price. The sap skin is slightly above price. This is essentially the same behaviour we see for a standard double barrel shotgun skin and a standard sap skin. So should we look at this as a standard AK-47 skin? I don't know, but I could still see this dropping off in price. I am a little bit hesitant. I am a fair bit worried. So what's your approach then, Hedge? I think in this particular instance, I'm probably going to go with 80 cents to $1.20. I could see it dropping off, but I don't know if it's going to drop all the way down. It hasn't sold a ridiculous amount. This has sold more compared to the Bamboo AK47. The toothy design of the crocodile, like here, I've already made a joke about saying it looks more like a T-Rex, if anything, especially when you hold it like that. But I do expect more skins being produced. I could see it working out reasonably, and I could see it retaining its value to a point. Maybe we'll get Croco clothing and armor. Oh yeah, another green clothing and armor collection. Surely that would be successful, right? Anyway, who knows? But I could see it performing a little bit better compared to most other AKs. So therefore, 80 cents to 120 seems to be a reasonable approach. If you don't offer more, that's up to you. For what it is, a lovely design. I do expect to see more of these in the future. It's just, it's an AK-47. There's plenty of options, and people seem to be very picky. And of course, when a brand new one appears, they'll dump the old one and grab the new one. Tomorrow, we'll probably get a brand new AK as well. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Also, do not be surprised, we do have Twitch drops. Bellum 3 has 2 Twitch drops. They have transparent aim sights. That does not have a transparent aim sight. So, yeah, just point it out. Okay? So, yeah. Right, so that was all the abnormal skins. We have a decent amount of time to talk about the regular skins now. Boneforged chestplate. For that, I'm probably going to do like 40 cents to 50 cents. Perfectly fine look design. Metallic. If you listen to what I said in regards to the face mask, I worry about that one a little bit more. They have both sold quite a lot, 16,000 and 18,800 subscribers there. It's not like there's going to be a scarcity. Yeah, that chestplate, 40 cents to 50 cents. I've seen Cyber. I've seen, what was the other one? I can't remember the other one. There's been other options, and they just didn't really work out super great, and chestplates don't seem to stand out super great, and prices tend to fall. Yeah, I'm playing it safe. 40 cents to 50 cents for that one. Ruin Custom SMG. I believe it is the first ever Custom SMG skin with a transparent aim sight, which of course I did make quite a fuss about, but again, it's a Custom SMG. How often are you even using a Custom SMG? But in theory, right? In theory, if you're going to ever use it, you'll want to have at least one good skin for it, right? There you go. It's also a Ruin skin. So, just to quickly point out, the AK, the SAR, the SAP, they're all doing good. They're all doing good. So, okay. Does that mean this is going to be A-okay? Well, look at the behaviour of all the recent Custom SMG skins, and then it makes you question it even more. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. For the past 6 years, we've only had, like, the blackout. Only the blackouts in the positive. Down 50, down 42, down 42, down 47, down 54, down 28, down 55. Redemption, down 25. Banana, down 41. Cold Hunter, down 39. MK Ultra, down 42. Black Diamond, down 32. We've had some pretty cool looking sets, collection continuations. Thunder Gold Custom SMG, down 28%. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So what would be my suggestion for this? 90 cents to $1.30. I could see it retaining more than half its value, but I could still see it dropping off down in price. As time goes on, I could see maybe a bit of a push and see it rise up in price a little bit more, but I can't help but assume over the course of the foreseeable near future, it'll probably drop off a fair bit, like a normal custom SMG. Now, if you think differently, yeah, fine. You can offer a more higher price. At the very least, I wouldn't say no to the idea of buying one for yourself. Again, there's a difference between an investment and buying something for yourself. Buying something for yourself as a treat, just go buy it, treat yourself, be happy, support the skin creator, keep the nice and motivated, keep all the nice creative designs in the future. But as an investment, I just can't help but assume that other people are likely going to throw theirs in the Steam market and prices go down, and yeah. But who knows, maybe we'll get like a custom SMG buff in the future and then suddenly everybody cares about them. That's all fantasy. Don't disregard that. But yeah, as of now, don't have a lot of faith. It's other people as well. I can't help but assume they would just unload their stock. So, right, fair enough. Moving on. Antique tools. That would be 60 cents to 80 cents because by default, pickaxe skins, hatchet skins, they all end up around $1 most of the time. Just barely over $1, just barely over $1, under $1, barely over $1, slightly above $1, literally 99 cents, barely over $1. Yeah. And then hatchets, pretty much the same thing. Unless they're being manipulated, yeah, they just essentially go down. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. That's everything. I was pretty quick. All right, sweet. So we will be racing to get those barders done in a second. But let's just quickly hop over to here and just inform you of some interesting things. So we just had the Force White for June. There are more things currently being talked about, discussed. Let's just quickly point out some interesting things. So yeah, the Pilot Hazmat DLC is being worked on still. There's mentions of a brand new pistol, but it's very likely just a cosmetic. What will be that cosmetic of? Maybe it's just a generic sap. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, some sort of Pilot Hazmat themed DLC. Someone asked me, hey, would this be like a code name for the upcoming Warhammer collaboration? Don't think so. I think that's a completely separate thing. And all signs are pointing towards that the Warhammer collaboration will just be a Hazmat DLC pack. Cool. So that'll probably be its own thing. Warhammer might be later this year. We'll see. Cool. Now, more work is being done on the party system. We'll see what happens there. The next update might be like the party update. So we'll see if that goes down well. We'll see. And if I go over to here, so let's talk about what Mr. Protox has pointed out. So yeah, keep an eye on Protox on Twitter to be informed of all the new, discussed and showcase content. More specifically, when things appear in staging, he will showcase it. So this is Protox's YouTube. Go give the video a good watch. Rust Abyss barrels, Pilot Hazmat, M15 pistol, clothing mannequin, and whatnot. Mechanic, sorry. But yeah, that is the Abyss barrels right there. Give that a good look. That appears to be something that'll just simply be added to the people who already purchased the Abyss DLC. So once again, go give Protox a good look on Twitter and, of course, on YouTube. Lovely stuff. Right. So, yeah, that is basically everything. We've got like 2 minutes now until we have the abnormals. So, yeah, overall, with the suggestions, the estimates, I feel like I was reasonably correct. Go give that a quick look in your own time. I'm sorry, I haven't got a lot of time. And, yes... Rust Workshop skin checks. Consider giving that a good look if you want to be up to date in regards to all the newest skin submissions, and of course all the collection continuations are chaptered. TGG is stopping doing top picks lists. So if I could quickly hop in over to here, that appears to be the last one he's ever going to do. I don't know what's going on from now on. He hasn't fully revealed all the details yet, but he has stopped. No more videos, no more top picks lists now. So I don't know, but of course I will still be doing my, Rust Workshop skin checks and pointing out all the collection continuations and whatnot, but I don't know if anybody else is doing that role, that job, that thing, no more bombshell skins apparently. So who knows? I'm not being smart or funny, I actually have no idea, no clue. Sorry to say. I don't actually mean to come across as if I'm implying anything. I actually have zero clue. I'm pretty sure he'll probably have something unveiled fairly soon, but it's a good thing that I prepared my buy orders. Yes. So the time, it doesn't show. Oh, it does now. Oh, thanks. Good. I timed it perfectly. Off we go. What was the prices again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might be here for a while. Ah, there we go. Yes. So I said, what, $1.50? So I'm going to go do 1.22, and I'll request 40. Thank you. Now over to here. Boneforged Facemask. Actually, I'm not too fussed about you. Sorry to say. I wouldn't mind it. Go on then. Okay, let's go over to here. Let's go off money. Take my money, potentially. Right, over to here. Neon Firewall. No. Croco AK47. Yeah, I'm... spinning around, tempered backpack. Someone's doing a decent amount of buy orders. I will now also offer a decent amount of buy orders. Cool. Night Hunters. Neon Fire Garage Door still not appearing. Why don't I go ahead and do a second round of buy orders? No, that's the wrong one, Hedge. Okay, second round of buy orders. There we go. Yes. Bamboo Cage Large Box. So I said all the way up to $2. That guy isn't doing a proper $2 buy order. I will hop over him like so. Put this down. Let's see what happens next. Right, Boneforged Facemask. Your barter's going all the way up to, well, the suggested price. Maybe I'll offer just a little bit more, because I can. Yep. And let's hop back over to here for the first round of buy orders. Do we have the Neon Fire Garage Door? Yes, we do. 691 buy orders. And, okay, what are we doing then, Hedge? I think I'll do a comfortable one like so. and then I'll probably offer one at a slightly higher price. That's the plan. Now, whilst I'm here, I'll turn this extension on. That'll be Steam Inventory Helper, because typically of my second barter, I like to take my time a little bit more. So I'll just kind of gauge out the how the barters are. Plenty, just around and above, and a bit below $1 there. Let's change it to my currency. Okay, I got a bit of a better grasp, right? It's going to take a while. There you go. Right, 74 pennies in my currency now equal to $1. Yeah, the dollar got weaker, by the way. Not to brag, but I have to be aware of that. Because as time goes on, it'll probably fix itself, if they sort themselves out over there. Right, if I've just done that there, I offer a little bit more. How high does 1.23 go up to? Come on, update. I just went to USD. Sometimes a little bit funny. There you go. Okay. Got to consider, because are these people going to stick around and actually maintain their borders? I have to think about it. You did say it feels like a lot of people are actually genuinely appreciating this garage door hedge. Okay. It's fault enough. I will now proceed. I will go ahead and do this price. And I will see how that turns out. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Cool. And then if we look at that in terms of USD, I have now offered what price? It will appear in a second. Right. Oh, am I there? 119. That's not right. There I am. 176. I'm cool with that. So yeah, that's fine. There are still a few more barters to do, but what I'll do now is I'll skip ahead, and then we'll look at the abnormal barter support, see how many barters each skin has, how high the price goes, and then we'll consider if we actually want to jump in and make an actual purchase straight from the Rust store. And so that. Alright, we're back. It's been a couple hours, but yeah, no prices currently being seen in there. So let's just go over to here and talk about the abnormal barter support. How many barters does each skin have, and how high does the price go? Bamboo large cage box. That has over 1,200 barters, which is good. But the barters are a fair bit, spread out. So there's quite a lot around $1 and above, quite a lot around $1.50 and above. And, well, all around $2, there's actually a lot of support that you can see right there. This is a $2.49 skin. It has sold a reasonable amount. By default, you'll probably notice that there are 117 listings instantly right now. But with how it's spread out, I wouldn't worry too much. And 54 listed above $5, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But, yeah, this honestly looks like something you could consider buying. Now, you might want to consider trying to get this for a little bit cheaper, yeah. Offer a $2.20 barter as time goes on. Will you get that for cheaper? Wouldn't surprise me. But if we do see more bamboo stuff being accepted, I can't help but assume that's going to probably go up in price. Will we see the locker tomorrow? So, going back over to here. I just think it's a little bit too pay to win. The transparency with the way it can be utilised. It very likely might look like a danger barricade type of situation all over again. So, we'll see. Perhaps FacePunch will be like, it's fine. It's a locker. People will just be able to see through the locker when they put their clothes on, failing to realise the other ways it could be implemented. Whoa. Who knows? But yeah, you could consider looking at it and say, yeah, all right, let's go buy some. It looks like it has enough support. It looks reasonably okay. Over to here, we have the Boneforged Facemask, and I gave you the suggestion of maybe we'll play it a little bit safer. I don't expect a continuation for a while, but I would expect it to appear in the workshop fairly soon. I don't expect it to retain its value. The face mask design here with the half of it cut off does look cool. I will respectfully say that. But that's not going to retain its price, is it? No. That has barters going all the way up to 90 cents. It is a $2 skin. No, it's not going to retain its price. Now, if you feel really confident we're definitely going to see Boneforged continuations in the future and they'll be accepted, go off for $1. Go off for 90 cents. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you pick up some mode, of course, next week. I'm not joking. But maybe it doesn't have that many listings. Maybe it actually is going to work out quite nicely, purely based on the idea of that face mask does look pretty cool. But being more realistic, I think it'll probably go down to $1 pretty quickly, around, maybe not below super quickly, but we'll see. All right, continuations will cause this to spike on price. Neon Farm Garage Door, a $2.49 skin. It has barters going all the way up to $2. However, majority of the barters are around and under $1. Then you've got a decent amount just slightly above. You've got a few more going up to $1.50, slightly higher than that. You only have 25 barters around $2, basically. That's not super secure. This very likely could still go below its Rustle price and a fair bit below. Like I'm sitting here saying maybe down to like $1.70 because you've got 30 there, don't you? That's me. However, how many people who bought the skin actually want to use it? I still think it's more compared to like the other garage doors we've seen out there, the other neon things. Now, whilst I'm here, I want to bring this up. We noticed that some people buying out these are actually trending upwards. So if I could just scroll down over to here, can you see how it's actually starting to go up? That hasn't happened in a very long time. Seems people are actually like they're actually jumping back onto this collection. The garage doors in the neon set look like they're getting some appreciation now, and maybe we could keep an eye out for some more garage doors in the workshop from here and now. And over the course of the summer, perhaps with very thin quantities here, like no big fat walls or anything, it actually might work out quite nicely. I still question who wants to actually like point out where everything is in their base. It's kind of like helping out the people raiding you. But we'll see. I am noticing progress. I am noticing positivity. So, all right. Welcome to the summertime. Right. Well. Back over to here. So, that sounded weird. I meant to say well, and I kind of went like right. So I went real. Anyway, moving on. It's interesting, but I think you could just probably stick with a $2 barter. If you like really wanted to get these, a $2 barter, you probably save yourself about 50 cents. As time goes on, October time, you'll probably be picking up a bunch of these. Wouldn't surprise me too much. But keep an eye out for like the whole collection during the summer now, because I hiccuped, sorry. It looks like this is actually working out quite nicely. But a barter probably might be better. I'm not as confident in this compared to the bamboo box. I'd like to be surprised, but yeah, it is a fair bit less, overall bilders, and the price isn't looking as secure. So, okay, fair enough. We'll move on. Croco AK47, $2.49 skin, sold the lowest amount, but still just over 10,000 subscribers, and even then I'm not fully convinced it's going to be okay. Now, if you were to sit here and say, okay, but I wanted to buy some, then go off for like $1.20, $1.30 as a builder. I wouldn't be surprised if you picked this up for $1 cheaper. It wouldn't be too hard, I'm guessing. So, if Bam Boom went down pretty bad, I can't help but assume that might follow. But it is a cool look at design. The Croco design of it looks really cool. I think this will perform better compared to most AKs. I've already said this, but I stand by it. I think this will perform better, but you probably will still be seeing this go below its Rustle price. How low will it go? We shall see. Maybe it only goes down to about like $1.50. Alright, we'll leave it at that then. So, it's a perfectly fine design, but you could probably pick it up for like $1.30 of a builder. Temper backpack. Well, this actually got quite a lot of buy orders. $2.49, and has buy orders going all the way up to $1.70, and then you have one here just about like $2. I'm not fully convinced. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy probably gets a bit of a shock and then removes his at some point in the future. We'll see. You could just do a $2 barter and pick this up for 50 cents cheaper. If you actively want one, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator. Keep them nice and motivated. Keep want to put out nice creative designs in the future. Who knows? We'll probably get a lot more tempered deployables. Was my tempered water purifier. Anyway, who knows? But backpacks are progressing quite nicely. They are improving, and that didn't sell too ridiculously. So if we go back over to here, I can confirm that it did just over 14,000 subscribers at the moment. Not exactly the most ridiculously selling backpack, but I did bring this up. Is tempered actively very in demand at the moment? Various skins here and there are doing very well for themselves, but as a whole, do you see it being used enough? So yeah, backpack, you could be questionable. I'm satisfied with my buy orders. You probably could just try and pick this up for like $1.50 buy order if you want to. All right, $2 if you're feeling a little bit more. I want some, but I don't want to spend the full money. So it's up to you. Then we have the sheep at the door. Well, yeah, no, $2.49. That's going down in price. The $1. Oh no, 78-cent buy order here. With 100 buy orders, and then there's one here of 85. Yeah, that's. I didn't even do a buy order. Sorry to say, but yeah, I just don't trust sheep in the doors as investments anymore. And we very likely might be seeing like Twitch drops around the corner. Very well then. So honestly, the only skin that's looking fairly reliable is this. With all the support it has and the possibility of more collection continuations, Bamboo Large Box probably is the best option if you're going to buy something straight for the Rustle right now. Yeah, that's for you to decide. So now we should question, what do we expect with tomorrow? I am not expecting an early Rustle rotation, but if you're watching this right now on YouTube, like it's Thursday for you right now, I would have to. I'd suggest you make that decision right now. Like, if you actively wanted one of these, just go buy one. All right, just go buy one. But if you're looking to potentially make an investment, it couldn't hurt to buy some, because again, we've been discussing this. This is the only transparent large box like this. Role players would probably greatly appreciate it. Fun to have. It has sold quite a fair bit, but for something so unique such as this and whatnot, I can see it probably working out very nicely. And in terms of potential exploits, who knows, right? So I'm probably going to go buy some of these. I bought the small box last week, but without appearing immediately, this Rustor, yeah, that got the boost. Is there anything that's going to give that another boost? We'll have to keep it on the workshop. So, all right, that's that. So, potential things for tomorrow. Hopefully SCMM will be all right. But I've already talked about, like, all this stuff being talked about, but of course you've got to wait until next month. Next month, the Force Wipe is on the 2nd of July, so maybe the player count will be a fair bit better, hopefully. Throughout this month, we should see North American kids out of school, summer vacation, very nice. But if I could just quickly bring this up, I think I'm the only person now pointing out all the brand new Rust Workshop skins, as far as I know from here and now, okay? I did ask in my most recent, like, workshop... Oh, look. Thank you, Rusticated. Kind of know about it already, but yeah, that's cool. Right, anyway. In the first minute of this video, I talk about the situation. I'm not aware of what's going on. We have to find out what's going on with TTG when TTG wants to reveal all of that, okay? But just to point out, it does appear I'm the only person now talking about the Rust Workshop skins. If I could just quickly inform you, we do have some very interesting collection continuations. 2 very cool looking lockers. We have the Cryo locker right here, glows in the dark ever so nice. And of course 2 versions of this bamboo cage locker. Oh, and again, you could put that on top of your tower, your base, whatever it is. Use that as a peak. You can hide behind it, reload, and then move out and, you know, do what you're doing. That takes 100 bullets from an AK to destroy. So, okay, fair enough. What else did we see then, Hedge? Well, bee furnace, yes. We could be bees. This is a good thing. There's 2 versions of this. All right, cool. Do you want a banana? Peel it down and go, Then we also happen to have some cool looking doors. Oh, look, Cobalt Jungle Container. This has no, this one doesn't have transparency. Actually, I don't remember now. This one does, but there's like 3 versions of it now. He's gone wild, he has. So this is the standard one with a little bit cut out. I'm not sure if you can see that super easily, but that little bit there, okay, cool. Does he have a better image? There you go. That's a little bit easier to see. So it's all along there, apparently. Well, then, we also have the glow-in-the-dark one, which, again, same amount of cutout, and it glows. Cool. Imagine if that was accepted. And then over to here, this one just has a lot more transparency. 3 rows, so 1, 2, 3. Cool. I know a lot of people are super behind the idea of potentially more jungle doors, Cobalt jungle doors from Mr. Cubist. Well, he certainly put out some interesting options. Looking at all these other skins here, there's the Jungle Guardian Garage door. That's a collection continuation to a sheep's door that was accepted during the May Force Wipe. Oh, great. Thank you very much, Steam. Are you going to work for me, or are you going to have problems? No? Okay, there you go. Yep. So that's a potential collection continuation. Scroll. Protector Armored Door has reappeared. That's a glow-in-the-dark transparent design right there. Transparency with the thing down, and it glows with a nice little light just at the very top. So that's also looking very cool. That's also looking very nice. Scroll. Twisted Metal Double Door. Look at that smile. He's so happy to see you. Lovely looking hammers and rocks, tools. I have to bring it up. Where is it? Here it is. Fish crossbow. I'm sure you've seen the cargo heli crossbow with its transparency. It's currently selling on the Steam market at $7.50. And come on now. The fishing rods. Perfection. But yeah, that has a lot of transparency. And I can't help but assume a lot of people would appreciate that. I'm still kind of pointing out to Vase that a Heatseeker crossbow would be beloved. But if that gets accepted, ooh, I think that might be the most beloved crossbow skin we ever see. Everybody loves the fish collection, right? Yeah. Scroll down. Okay. What do you reckon? Do you prefer the tiger on the tip or the tiger body all over? Which do you prefer? Tip, body. Tip, body. Either way, if that's accepted, my goodness. A transparent aim sight revolver. That'll be a first. Oh, yes, it will. Revolvers by themselves, perfectly fine investments. They always get used a lot. There's not too many skins being accepted anymore. Very, very reliable investments. If that's getting accepted, I think a lot of people would appreciate Heatseeker Summit even more. Right, so cool. Let's just put those away. Let's scroll down over to here. What else do we see? A lovely batch of other skins and whatnot. M39 and whatnot. Looking pretty cool. Lots of AKs. And then over to here. Well, we got Tire Jacket. That's looking pretty sweet. It wouldn't surprise me if that's accepted. We haven't had a jacket skin in quite a while. Let alone a jacket that looks like a jacket. So much transparency. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And that very likely, of course, the hoodie and pants and the kilt to Spike Demands Broken Price. Jackets do that. Then we have 2 pairs of hoodie and pants. Deep Ruby and Black Alligator. So, what do you reckon? Tie a hoodie and this? Because Mr. Viduka's been pretty successful with his Black Alligator collection. Last week we could have had the Deep Ruby tier 3. That didn't happen. Maybe we'll see it tomorrow. Maybe we'll see this tomorrow. Who knows? We shall see. Maybe we'll get neither. And we'll get another random skin, like what with the tier 3 for this week. So, who knows? But there's a lot of interesting skins that are being posted. There's always interesting new designs being put out there. And like I said, if you want to be aware of all the new skin submissions, consider watching my Rust Workshop Skin Checks videos. Because I guess I am literally the only person now. There's also the question of, do I start showcasing all the skins in game now? If TGG is no longer doing it, do I? But Hedge, you already yapped for an hour and 20 minutes. And that's the problem. Do I do showcases one separate video and talk about the potential investments in the other video? I don't know. Who knows? But your opinions would matter. So I'd love to hear what you had want to say. So yeah, all of that, very interesting, very cool. We'll see what actually gets accepted. But yep, that does appear to be the final top picks list from TGG. And we've already discussed all these skins the previous week. What's the possibility of seeing something like that being accepted, huh? So, okay, cool. That's essentially everything that needed to be said. I'm pretty happy. I could also look at microfighter2.com. Look in the description, you'll see the link to it. This will give us a good indicator in regards to what skins have the most upvotes and like the upvote downvote ratio and all that. So in terms of a skin that was submitted this week, Heatseeker is on top. And then we got the Neon Walk-Up Vending Machine. Yes, this is a collection continuation for the Neon collection. You're just going to walk right up to it and demand stuff. Cool. Can't go wrong with that. You also happen to have the Cobalt Jungle container sheet with a door there. Ramen wooden double door. I didn't point this out, but now I will. Do you want neon kitties? Neon kitties looking at you ever so happily. They want ramen as well. Do you? We haven't had a wooden double door in a while. All of them are doing very good as investments. That would do very good as an investment. Could we see another ramen skin? I look forward to it. And then the bamboo cage locker. That's basically fifth. So, yeah, things are looking pretty sweet. All of those have a very good upvote to downvote ratio. Let's everything's not really working super greatly. I know you've been flashbanged. Sorry, but at least you're awake now. Let's see what happens tomorrow. 10 skins, nice variety. I'd love to see it, but what will be accepted? Ooh. Comment below what you're looking forward to, and then we can look forward to the wonderful disappointment. But again, maybe some things are going to get carried over to tomorrow. So, yes, I want Little Ranger's Shogun set. I wanted that too, but it didn't happen. So, yeah. Complete the sets later this year. Hooray! I thought we were going to stop talking about that. I want to, but you do have to point out, inevitably, there will be a complete the sets. Most likely August, September, October, November, some point. Eventually. Right, and then, of course, whoopsie, at some point, we will have these Twitch drops all revealed. So, so back over to here. A new one has unveiled itself. It is Star Wraith's Garage Door. Anime girl shooting a rocket at you. I hope you're looking forward to it. It does appear to glow in the dark. This is a specific streamer to get this specific skin. Cool. So as far as I'm aware, we have 2 more skins. No. Elxocast is getting one as a specific skin, and then we're getting 2 generic drops. And they'll be the branded Bellum Twitch drops. And then all the skins will be available to be seen. And then I'll make my video showcasing all of them. Sounds good? Cool. So, yep, everything is lining up quite nicely. With Twitch drops, maybe we'll get a lot more people watching and playing Rust in July, August. Maybe that'll kick off really, really, really nicely. Because I've got to be brutally honest with you. I was actually expecting so many more people for that Peep Play account. But maybe it happens this weekend or next weekend. In America, North America, I should clarify, are the kids out of school now? I'd like to know. And again, people from all over the world, are the kids out of school? Do they have their breaks yet? I want to see the player count go up higher, but maybe we need like a bigger, fatter update and naval update. That seems to be the next big update. But I believe someone has mentioned in a recent Shadowfax video, apparently that's being aimed for November. So, okay then. Got to keep an eye out for all the small little things then, I guess. So, yep, that is everything that needs to be said. So, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Let's stay optimistic. One final thing. I've been putting an effort in to make some sales. In like 3 or 4 days, I've made over $500. Yeah. So if you've seen my summer positivity video, I kind of pointed out, said you could sell your skins now. You're probably going to get better profits if you wait until July, August. Well, if you know who I am, I have too many skins. So when it's like post-Christmas time, whatnot, I actually have to start early. What I do is I sell like my random things. So you see I'm selling like, El Diablo Bow, there you go, and a Frontier Rustic Door, and a Karaoke, and a Rainbow Pony Poncho, and a MP Nana. I get the feeling not everybody is like fully well aware of those skins. They're just kind of like there, not to sound mean, but they are just kind of there. So I looked at all of them. They seem to be profitable. I've listed them. They're selling. I'm getting those sales in. I'm now up to £630. But like 4 or 5 days ago, I only had £88. So I've basically, I've gained over $500 if you're going to figure out like the equation and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to, go ahead, sell your skins now. But if you don't have that many skins or you have much more valuable skins, perhaps you're better off waiting until July, August time. I have sold some Cursed Cauldrons and I have listed some like Bombshell Sheep in the Doors. But other than that, Wasteland Ioka, Malta Visage Wooden Door. Yeah. But little by little, bit by bit, I want to fill up all of my accounts again, and I could go do another 6 months of barders and whatnot. Yeah. I also tested the waters to see how quick mummy wraps sell for. They sell quick. I'm looking forward to next month. I'm going to hold now, sell those next month. But yeah, I've sold a little few things here and there. All of it selling very nicely. So yeah, that's a consideration for you. But just want to point out the positivity is real and the money is rolling in. So cool, lovely. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck with you and your skins. Go look at inventories now. Start making considerations. You probably also own some like generic skins and whatnot, and probably couldn't hurt to consider making a sale. List them. See what happens. All good. Catch you later. Say goodbye.